Welcome back, everybody, to the Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 23. Today we've got maybe our biggest game of the season so far as we host the 7-3 Las Vegas Raiders. The Titans are also 7-3. Not only is this game important for playoff implications, but the storylines in this game with these two rookie quarterbacks makes things really interesting and exciting. Both of these teams have performed very well with their new signal callers, and it seems like Justin Tucker at the Raiders and our quarterback Romeo Colucci could be in battle for a tight Rookie of the Year race. In the last episode, we had a doubleheader, and we won both games against the Rams and the Seahawks. Probably our biggest wins in terms of point discrepancy in both of them, leading us to this matchup against the Raiders. Our Titans started 2-3, but we've won 5 in a row since then in a very tight AFC playoff race. We're currently half a game behind the Jacksonville Jaguars, who not only lead our division, but are currently the number 1 seed in the conference. While rookie quarterback Justin Tucker may be the big name on this Raiders team, he's not the only guy we're going to have to slow down. Las Vegas is a really good football team, period. There's a reason why they're 7-3. They were one of the worst teams in the NFL last year, and they have completely flipped the script into this year. With all these guys they have on offense for Tucker to get the ball to and a pretty solid defense, it's going to be a challenge for us for sure. Defensively, we're going to have to send pressure. We've got to make this rookie quarterback's life hell. And unfortunately for us, the Raiders have probably the best offensive line in the league this year, so it is going to be a major challenge for us. As we look at this Raiders team, they've got themselves a pretty good roster, hence why they are 7-3. But again, everything starts and ends with Justin Tucker, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, selected number 1 overall out of Duke. Currently, Tucker is an 82 overall with star development, but if he wins Rookie of the Year, his dev trait will go up. He has been nothing short of fantastic this year. The numbers back it up, and he's only gotten sacked 10 times, which is just utterly ridiculous. If we do a side-by-side comparison of his numbers compared to Romeo Colucci, they are pretty even. Tucker has the edge in terms of passing yards and passing touchdowns, along with completion percentage, but Colucci has turned the ball over less. I've also noticed with Romeo Colucci, he doesn't have bad games. Only one game this year, which was all the way back in week 2, with a passer rating lower than 90. That's really impressive consistency for anyone, let alone a rookie. Tucker's been a little more up and down, but the highs with him have been really high. Tucker also has taken one of the worst teams in the league last year into one of the best, hence why he is currently the slight favorite for the Rookie of the Year. They've got a ton of weapons: Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Dallas Goedert, and many others leading the way. Their offensive line is great. They've got some solid players on defense, led by Mad Max Crosby. Along with hopefully beating a playoff team, I would love to get some bragging rights over the Raiders and over Justin Tucker for our quarterback, Romeo Colucci. It would be really nice if Romeo was able to win Rookie of the Year and upgrade his development trait as well. Speaking of Romeo's development, it has officially come in. We drafted him with Hidden, and Romeo Colucci, our QB1 of the future, officially has star development. Unexciting, but there you go. So both Romeo and Tucker both have star development. This means winning the Rookie of the Year would be a big deal for either one of them because they would move up to superstar development. So that's another real reason why that I really want to win that Rookie of the Year for our quarterback, not just for bragging rights. So here we go, Week 12 in Tennessee. The 7-3 Raiders, led by the number 1 pick out of Duke, Justin Tucker, facing off against the 7-3 Tennessee Titans, led by the 5th pick out of the University of Oklahoma, Romeo Colucci, the top 2 quarterbacks in last year's draft, both of whom have lived up to the hype and then some. So the Raiders will start with the ball. We'll get our first look at Justin Tucker. He won the Heisman last year out of Duke, led the Blue Devils to a college football playoff appearance where they ultimately lost in the first round to Middle Tennessee State. On 2nd and inches, Tucker takes a shot downfield. It's caught by Hunter Renfrow, and he will take it in for a 65-yard score. Whole lot of grit on that play by Hunter Renfrow. Very reliable slot receiver, good route runner, sneaky athlete, hard-working kid, blue-collar type of mentality, type of player you'd let your daughter date. And now here comes the Titans, led by Romeo Colucci. Tennessee moved up into the top 5 to draft him. Colucci coming from Oklahoma. He obviously led them to the national championship last year, losing to Ohio State. Here's a nice run by Elijah Bryant. He gains 18. Although we're going to let Romeo cook, we also want the run game to really be established early. Colochi goes short for Scotty Pickens. He makes a nice play after the catch to the 28-yard line. So far, so good on this opening possession here for the Titans. Following play, Colochi alone in the backfield, goes downfield. It's caught by Quinn Crew. That was a pretty risky throw with Jonathan Abram pretty much right in front of him, but Crew does a good job of holding on to the ball. 3rd and goal. Colochi has an open man. It's Quinn Crew for the touchdown. Giga Aggies. We're tied at 7. Nice play by Quinn Crew, the second-year pro from Texas A&M. So far, so good for both quarterbacks. Justin Tucker with a 65-yard touchdown. Romeo Colochi responds with a touchdown drive of his own. So the Raiders have the ball back. Tucker goes downfield for Devontae Adams, still one of the best receivers in the NFL. Future Hall of Famer without a doubt. From the 39 now, play action fake. Tucker under pressure, and it is still caught by Dallas Goedert. Even when he gets hit, he knows how to put the ball where he needs to. Now it's a 3rd and 4 from the 15. Tucker looks to throw it, goes short for Jacobs, who gets lit up by Asher Gonzalez. What a hit. So that'll stall the rest of the drive for the Raiders. They will have to kick. This one from around 32 is right down the middle. So the Raiders tack on 3, and they will regain the lead as it's now 10-7. Both offenses look phenomenal here through the first 6 minutes of the game. We'll see if Romeo Colochi can keep things going for the Titans. On first down, Colochi backs up in the pocket, connects with Scotty Pickens, makes another nice play after the catch as he gains 22. Unfortunately for the Raiders, Max Crosby's hurt. It looks like he's grabbing at his hammy. According to Madden, that'll mean he hurt his shoulder or something. 3rd and 9, Elijah Bryant makes the play to the 24. Tennessee moving the ball down the field very well as we wrap up the first quarter. 10-7, Vegas ahead, but the Titans are in the red zone, marching on the doorstep. First play of the second. 3rd and 9. Colochi looks for the end zone. It's broken up. He had a really nice throw there for Treylon Burks, but it's ripped away by Athanase Gothero, the second-year safety out of Ball State. First ever Ball State player drafted in the first round, and he was a top 10 pick, of course. Fat Randy makes the field goal, and it is now 10-10. So the Raiders have it back. When will either of these defenses be able to make a play? There's one. Cardell Simpson in the backfield with the sack for a loss of about 9. 3rd and 5 now for Las Vegas. Here's Justin Tucker looking to throw and under a little bit of pressure. Goes short for Goddard, who is hit hard by Caleb Farley, but he does get the first down. Justin Tucker with only 2 incompletions so far. He's been very steady today, making big throws. Jacobs with the first down there to the 12. The Raiders aren't even really trying to run the ball. They're just all out on letting their quarterback make plays. 1st and goal. It's the fullback, Sutton Smith, in for a score. And Las Vegas is back ahead 17-10. Every drive in this game has resulted in points for the offense so far. Now the Titans are backed up in a 3rd and 11. Colochi looking to run with it, trying to fight for the yardage, and he's just short. Really trying to break the tackle from Abram, and he does a good job of getting Tennessee as close as possible. So that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. The offense will stay on the field. It's a 4th and 1 in their own territory. Derrick Henry gets the handoff, and he will get the first down, gaining around 6, so the Titans will be able to keep the drive going. Short pass caught by Scotty Pickens. He gets it to the 38. Titans moving it quickly. 2nd and 12, minute 25 to go now. Colochi has an open man up the middle. It's his tight end, Kyle Pitts. He gets it to the 19. Tennessee continuing to move it efficiently with under a minute to go now. It's Scotty Pickens outrunning defenders. He's in for a touchdown. We're tied at 17. Romeo Colochi with his 2nd touchdown pass of the first half. Both of these offenses and both of these quarterbacks look legitimately unstoppable right now. This has been as good of a battle as we could have asked for. On first down, it's nearly intercepted. Caleb Farley had it in his hands, but he's unable to hold on. 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders with all 3 timeouts in around 40 seconds. It's a screen for Jacobs. He loses 4. Caleb Farley reads the screen perfectly as the Titans call a timeout. It looks like Tennessee wants to get this ball back with as much time as possible and look to score. The Raiders, unsurprisingly, running on 3rd down. Jacobs only gets 2. Tennessee calls for their last timeout. So it looks like the Titans will try to score before the end of the half. Romeo Colochi on first down takes a shot deep, and it's caught by Scotty Pickens, putting the defender on a poster. Ball still in play. They've got to get back to the line quickly, and they cannot spike it in time. So that'll wrap up the first half. A thrilling start here in Nashville. Justin Tucker looks like a superstar for the Raiders. And Romeo Colucci looks like a superstar for the Titans as we are tied at 17. Let's take a look at our halftime report around the rest of the league. We'll start in Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. The Chargers facing off against the Jaguars. It hasn't been a perfect day for Trevor Lawrence, only 5-13, but this play would put Jacksonville ahead 14-13. Go Chargers, go. Any Jags loss would be good for us. If we win today and the Jags lose, then we would pass them for first place in the division. In Cincinnati, Houday, the Bengals facing off against New England, and it has been the Joe Burrow show up to this point. The reigning champs currently lead the Patriots 21-7 with this late touchdown from Jamar Chase. Really good play there by Burrow, who's been dominant so far, 13 of 16 and 2 touchdowns for Burrow. We'll see if the Bengals can hold on and win what would be their 8th game of the season. And finally, we will head out to the nation's capital for an NFC East battle between the Giants and the reigning NFC champion, Washington Commanders. It's been a disappointing season so far for Washington, but Desmond Ridder has been really good so far in this game, connecting with Jahan Dotson for a touchdown. The Commies currently ahead of Big Blue, 14-7. Desmond Ridder's trying to show he's worthy of that contract extension. Despite leading the Commanders to the Super Bowl last year, they haven't paid him, and he is a free agent in the offseason. So as we go into the second half, we've got ourselves a duel. Our focus is on throwing the ball, and our focus on defense is going to be to stop them from throwing the ball. With how good these two rookie quarterbacks have been, it's going to be a really exciting game here in the second half. The numbers speak for themselves. Both of these guys have been utterly fantastic so far. But which one will pull away in the second half? Luckily for the Titans, they will start with the ball. 3rd and 4. Colucci under pressure, trying to make a play on the run, and he will. And that's going to be a late hit. Automatic 15 yards as well. One of the things that Romeo Colucci does a little bit better than Justin Tucker is his ability on the ground. Justin Tucker is a good scrambler, but Romeo is a great scrambler, and he'll get the additional 15 with the penalty from Trayvon Mullen. 2nd and 8, it's Rocket Reddick making a play for a gain of around 15 yards. The Titans trying to use some more of their depth pieces on offense, giving everybody some more touches. Here's Colucci going to Scotty Pickens, who's been in the zone for a while. Scotty Pickens has risen up to the occasion today. He knew how big of the game this was, and he has been phenomenal. 3rd and 1 from the 3. Romeo will keep it himself, and he does not get it. Losing yardage wrapped up by Tyquan Lewis. So it's 4th and 4 at the 6. Normally the Titans would kick, but the offense is staying on the field despite the fact that it's a tie game. And Colucci connects with Quinn Crew. A ballsy play call ends up paying off. Quinn Crew with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Titans are ahead for the first time today, as it's now 24-17. Good work there by Tennessee. That was a risky play call. They could have taken the lead with a field goal, but they decided to be bold. They trust their rookie quarterback, and it pays off. 3rd and 6 here for the Raiders. Tucker looking short. He has a wide-open Hunter Renfrow. That's my favorite defense. Cover 0, but you're covering 0 people, literally. On 1st down, Tucker looking to throw it, and he is throttled to the ground by Asher Gonzalez for a loss of 10. The young linebacker out of San Diego State continuing to really take leaps in his 2nd season. 3rd and 4, Tucker is nearly intercepted. Cardell Simpson had it in his hands. He should have caught it. So that'll bring out the punt team. Yes, we finally have a punt. I think this is just the 2nd one of the entire game, and it is a pretty damn good one. What a punt. Down at the 2. Good work there by A.J. Cole III, one of the best punters in football. So the Titans are going to try to get out of safety territory by giving it to Derrick Henry. He gains around 9 on that play. Good run for the King. 3rd and 4 now. Colucci on the screen for Elijah Bryant. And that play call ends up backfiring as he loses 2, and the Titans will have to punt it for the first time today. So now the Raiders will get the ball back, still trailing by 7 with around a minute left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll see what Justin Tucker can do. Is on 1st down, he looks to throw it. Under pressure, he is sacked, and he loses the ball. Devontae Turner Jr. picks it up. A strip sack from Trey Hendrickson, and the Titans are going to get possession basically in the red zone. A massive turnover from the defense, and as we look at the replay in close-up, I think he starts to lose control of the ball before he's down, so that is a fumble. I kind of thought they would at least review it, but there would be no review. The Titans are going to get the ball back as we wrap up the third quarter. A 7-point lead here for Tennessee, and they've got an opportunity to up the lead off of a costly turnover from Tucker. 3rd and 3. Short throw is caught by Pitts, and he is stopped at the 2. So you'd think the Titans should kick the field goal, make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go for it. It's a weird call, but they get it. Romeo Colucci QB sneaks, and he gets a yard. So that'll reset the chains. Maybe that seems like a dumb decision, but Tennessee wants 6. However, Colucci is sacked on 1st and goal by Max Crosby. Looks like there's a good shot. They'll have to settle for the field goal after all. But on 3rd and goal, the middle of the end zone's completely wide open, and Elijah Bryant will capitalize. Romeo Colucci with his 4th touchdown pass of the day. Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? The Titans lead it by 14 points with under 8 minutes left to go. So now the Raiders are a little bit desperate. Here's Tucker on 1st down. Scrambling with it, he's sacked again. Azeez Ojulari is in the backfield this time. The Raiders' offensive line has been so good this season, but I've got to say, Tennessee's pass rush has been pretty good. Certainly better than the Raiders' pass rush. 3rd and 22. It is caught by Davante Adams, but out of bounds. And at this stage in the game, even though the Raiders have it at their own 13, they're pretty desperate. So they're going to go for it, and it will be successful. John Vincent II gains 29. So the Raiders move the chains. It looks like they're going to keep themselves in the game a little bit longer. Here's the tight end, Dallas Goedert, now to the 43. Las Vegas is not leaving this game without a fight. They're going to keep pushing. 2nd and 2, Josh Jacobs up the middle, gets it to the 23. Vegas continuing to move it down the field pretty nicely. 3rd and 1, back to Jacobs with wide open room to the right side. And the Raiders make it a 1-score game. It's 31-24. Tennessee looking to choose some clock. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Colucci will look to throw it. Now he's scrambling, trying to get rid of it, and he cannot. He loses close to 20 on that play. He was trying to throw it away, but he didn't want to risk fumbling the ball or something. That might be his first bad play all day, and the Raiders are going to get it back with great field position at the Tennessee 47. They can very realistically tie this game up. Here's Hunter Renfrow. Mr. Grit gets it to the 32. Good start to the drive for the Raiders. Following play, Tucker under pressure. He is sacked. Landry, Ojulari, and R.J. Robinson making the play. 3rd and 12, Tucker throws it away, and it likely comes down here to a 4th and 12. The game pretty much on the line here for the Las Vegas Raiders. Here is Tucker. Looks to throw it. Can't really find anybody open, but he has plenty of time. Takes a shot for the end zone, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. Phenomenal coverage on that play by the Titans, and they should be able to finish off the deal. 3rd and 2. Colucci's going to try to keep it himself. He will not get it. Wrapped up by Max Crosby. There's a part of the Titans that wanted to go for it, but that would be really stupid. So Tennessee will punt it. And the Raiders are going to get one more opportunity here with about 20-ish seconds and no timeouts. And they will not have great field position as it's down at the 11 by Chidobe Awuzie. So basically the Raiders kind of need a miracle. 4th and 10, clock has run out. This is for the game. Tucker lobs up a Hail Mary, and it is tipped and incomplete. And that will do it. The Tennessee Titans win their 6th consecutive game by the final score of 31-24. This was a really hard-fought battle. Both rookie quarterbacks looked fantastic. But ultimately, our guy, Romeo Colucci, was able to out-duel Justin Tucker and get the win, giving the Titans a record of now 8-3 on the season. Justin Tucker is a special player. We got to see it in full force today. But on the flip side, we've got a special player of our own. And now that Romeo Colucci has the bragging rights, he has the head-to-head win, he performed better in this game than Tucker, maybe this will boost his Rookie of the Year chances as both teams look to upgrade the development traits of their quarterbacks. Big win here for Tennessee. I liked what I saw on both sides of the ball. Romeo Colucci continuing to ascend into an absolute star, 24-32, 4 touchdowns. He was marvelous. I mean, we've got ourselves a special player at quarterback. There's no other way to put it. Tucker was good too, but he did kind of cool off in the second half. Shout out to Scotty Pickens, really rising to the occasion. 6 catches for basically $150 and a touchdown. And on the flip side, we were able to stop Davante Adams. He only caught 2 passes. Defensively, I thought we were really good. Max Crosby and Tyquan Lewis played really well for the Raiders, but Azeez Ojulari had a big game for us. And our pass rush was really solid. I think we sacked him 5 times. which is impressive because Tucker had only been sacked 10 times through the Raiders' first 10 games. And for us being a very mediocre at best pass rush, that certainly shows something against probably the best offensive line in football. I said I wanted to send pressure. I wanted to make this rookie quarterback's life hell, and I think we did that. And I think that's a big reason why our defense was able to be clutch in the second half, get some opportune stops, and win the game. Unfortunately, we have a new injury, though. James Daniels tore his labrum. Now, luckily, we will be getting Evan Smith and Alexander Ekwueme back next week. It feels like once one of our offensive linemen get injured and they come back, we have another one who immediately gets hurt. The Jaguars lost, by the way, against the Chargers, so that means we are now first in the division. Players of the week: Clyde Williamson, Joe Burrow, Devontae Campbell, and Nick Bolton. So as we take a look at the playoff picture, I've got some news. Look at this. The Titans are currently the number 1 seed. We are tied for the best record in the NFL, but it is still very close. We're only half a game ahead of the Jaguars in the division, who already beat us this year, and we are only 1 game ahead of the team who's currently in 8th place in the AFC. So we cannot get comfortable just because we're currently in the number 1 seed. By the way, in the Rookie of the Year race, Romeo Colucci has passed Justin Tucker. He's now in first. I'd also like to point out that Colucci is currently in 8th for the MVP, while Tucker is in 10. I don't think Romeo has a real shot for the MVP at the moment, but it is nice to see him getting some respect, and we will be in for a crazy Rookie of the Year race between those two special young quarterbacks. Next time around, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead on prime time. The Chiefs beat us in the playoffs last year, so we are looking for some revenge. I'm not sure if next episode will be a prospect profile or the one after that. I'm still figuring that out. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of today's episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.